Please.
Hey guys, so welcome back to another, but for this time it's going to be your very first me reacting to an album.
Yeah.
Okay, so the album that we're going to be reacting to is called NBA Youngblood by Quadeca. No, I'm kidding. I Didn't Mean to Haunt You by Quadeca. We're watching the full movie album. Album movie. If you guys don't know who Quadeca is, he was like a Fortnite YouTuber or something. So now he makes music.
Fortnite YouTuber.
So
what?
I can't believe he only started releasing music like 2 weeks ago. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's so weird. That's so crazy, bro.
He's a pretty cool guy. He's like British or something. I don't know, some gay shit. So this is gonna be fun. I have my little slave child Enzo here. He's gonna be listening to the album.
Yeah.
For the second time or third time or 100th time.
Yeah, probably 100.
Yeah, he's heard a lot, guys. But
yeah.
He's gonna be reacting to it with me because he's a real friend, unlike all the other two people that I've never met in my life. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, let's begin the adventure. Mental illness. Okay, so we have. It's like a Kid Cudi reference, I think. I don't really know. It's a Kid Cudi reference. Or whatever.
Your commentary over this videography will probably be so funny. So you should just comment on random shit as the videos play.
Okay. Well, first of all, why the fuck does he have just like a random like? It's like a cabin in the middle of like the plains. And he has like, is this like a whole survivalist shit? Like, is it like one of those like survivalist like YouTube channels that make like a random hut? Bro has like the Wi-Fi tower and everything. He's gonna be playing Fortnite for days. This fucking shit. He's dressed like a grandma, but that's okay. He has that like home.
A grandma?
You know, home. That's what I meant. He looks like one of those like Skyrim like NPCs that you see on like the side that are begging for money.
Come to think about it, it's all in my head. Fuel tape, blink, it's been running in the red. Praying for a green light, we can stay ahead. Nothing else seems right, you don't understand.
I like the distortion, that sounds like.
Understand. Somewhere I it's in my hand. Everything I want was never in the plans.
This cover, like this shot reminds me of that one play. Western. Forgot the name of it.
Yeah.
So I know ghosts taking this to come. Left my body lying on the doormat. Turn away, decided not to go back.
Oh yeah, thanks for what I covered. This is like the average just rocks everywhere.
This shit Ohio for real.
Ohio with its like secluded beach no one knows about. It has beaches, I swear. They're government made. Is that like a dead body in the water? Hell yeah. Quadeca really went all out for this album. He murdered someone.
Alright, Alejandro, I'm gonna don't worry about it now, but I'm gonna send you the invite link to the playlist.
Okay.
So you can join it.
I'll join it after. This is terrible. It's like me experiencing my epilepsy seizures for the first time.
And this is track 1. Sorry for dying. You should give like the tracks ratings every time they're done. I'll tell you when they're done because I know when they end and start.
Also forgot
That
to
is
guys
fan- Clovid. Oh yeah, I forgot you had COVID.
Unfortunately, I can't leave my house for the next 5 years. I honestly, like, as much as I do want to meme the visuals, they are very good. Like, this shot is very haunting.
The shots get like way better in the music in the movie.
Kind of excited to see. I'm glad I'm watching them.
Aren't you in full screen though? That's my question.
It's good. Yeah, I should go full screen. It's still gonna show my face cam and everything, I think, hopefully.
Yeah, it will. Check your OBS right now.
Let's see.
Just check like the display.
Yeah, it's gonna show my face cam no matter what.
Alright, that was the end of song 1. What would you rate it out of 10? You know.
Okay, so I think it went hard and I liked the parts where it was calm. I don't know how I didn't. Let me see how long it was. It was like almost 5 minutes. Not too long. It did, keep me like attentive. Like I was just trying to like listen as much as possible. I don't think there was like one boring part of the song.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say the best part was like that kind of like distorted 808, and I like when it kicked in with like the distorted vocals. I thought that was really cool. So
that's my favorite part.
Rating, I'd say 9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I very much like that song. What's the next one?
Tell me a joke.
Tell me a joke. All right. I haven't heard this one. The only one I heard was Knots and More Mystery.
Oh no, Jeremy's in the call.
And here we go.
Hi, Jeremy. Okay, you left.
I didn't even. How did I not hear it? I didn't hear the joining like notifications. Quadeca looking like he's part of like the fucking barbershop quartet or some shit.
A man walked into a bar.
Hey guys, speak
What's the
Quadeca.
deal with airline food?
He seems very happy. This is like a man having like a schizophrenic like meltdown. He just
Hey,
like, thinks he's
me.
part of a comedy show.
It's SpongeBob.
Your mom.
I'm there.
No, he's gonna break into my house. No, Quadeca, no.
Quadeca, you can only break into my house.
And here we go. And I thought my jokes were.
What's going on, guys? Speak Quadeca. I just wanted to come into the VC and thank you for listening to my song.
We're listening to his album.
Yeah, Quadeca.
I'm gonna murder your family.
I can even. Alright, that's it. Quadeca, get over here, bro.
I like the scenery. From like his little like fucking build the box house. We went from like average like dirt Minecraft house. We're getting there. Eventually we'll have like an actual like normal house.
As the movie progresses, he just gets better houses.
Well, don't worry, next one will at least have a driveway. At least. I'm also thinking like he just broke into these houses. Just like abandoned houses and started recording this video. Like, yep, this is shit.
Further in this music, it's literally after this song, but after this song, there's literally just a house that's over water. You're gonna see it. It's so
Me in
stupid.
Minecraft, y'all. Me in Minecraft. It's like he's trying to like break into the house, but he doesn't want to. Like I don't know. He's like I don't know if I should. Maybe I should. I'm just gonna stick my hand in. shot at her.
Was getting shot at? Wait, what?
Okay, I know I haven't even finished the song, but I definitely think, like, and I'm only 2 songs in, but I like this one significantly. This is my favorite so far. So, like I said, I worked through it. It's really fucking good.
Well, it gets better, so yeah.
He means worse.
Shut up.
Oh my god, I'm looking through the
Okay.
inside of someone's asshole. It's crazy.
Wait, what?
Makes Jeremy want to join the stream.
No thanks.
Yeah,
I'm already watching it on my own.
you were insane.
I did what now?
Exactly. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, the head mask? Is that a Giles Corey reference? Giles Corey?
Oh my god.
Giles Corey reference?
Who? Miles Morales?
Oh, is this a Fight Club reference? He's like fighting with
First rule of Fight Club.
Schizophrenia.
Also, with the lights on, I kind of feel like you should do it in front of like some 14-person like family as well. You're just dancing with like a spotlight on him, and then they just see him from like the upstairs window. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing? They just yell out like after the video, it's like, get the fuck off our property. We're gonna call the cops if you don't leave.
But then he says, "Ma'am, I'm literally dead."
Was that the end of the song?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Don't Mind Me now.
Okay, so Born Yesterday.
No, that was Tell Me a Joke.
Okay, man, tell me a joke. Yes, tell me a joke. That one was really good, and you were right. It did get like really good at the end.
I love those. I love how explosive those drums are. The way that they just they explode the song at the finale.
Yeah,
It's a really nice build up, and it finishes off the song very well.
I think that's one thing I've been seeing with Quadeca that like for the past 2 songs that he's been doing good is like build up and then like, you know, the delivery being worth it and it doesn't feel like underwhelming. And the build up also isn't too short. It's kind of like it's very good. He does a good job of that, and the last song was the best example of that. So I give that one another 9 out of 10. But it is like, unless I find another one that I like more, which for now
you will.
I will. I probably will. I'm also thinking Knots because I like Knots a lot. But which one is?
Did you listen to? This is Don't Mind Me. Also, this is the house over water I was talking about.
Minecraft house.
Like, how do you even get in there? Like, what do you have to do to get into that house?
I don't even like
Build
unless
a
the
bridge.
doors are like on the like if the door is like on the very bottom, but like if not, I don't even know, bro.
I like this song because it's very dreamy and like spaced out, but it also has like a hint of drill. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I hear
No, not now, but like
Later on.
yeah, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it.
Pop Smoke. Oh my god, I can't believe you featured
Rest
it.
in peace, Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke.
We're back Wednesday, y'all.
Good mythical morning. Let's go, first place. Excuse me for being so cracked at this video game.
That sound, like that high pitch, that's so cool. You just
The song
kinda
was already
hear it in
turned,
the
but here's a
background.
high-pitched sound.
I'm so much closer. Like it sounds like drill. It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, it has that. I hear it with the hi-hat. I think the hi-hat is the main thing that has it. It's just like that
Oh, yeah,
fast pace kind of.
Yeah.
And his like kind of like singing, rapping. Kind of.
It's lit!
I I think the reverb is really adding to like the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Dog! Oh my god!
That's Quadog. Or
Quadog
Quadoggy.
1 and Quadog 2.
Somewhere in between.
Imagine like he just kept this in because it was before, but like his dog just randomly like ran on like his set or whatever. He's just like, you know what, I'm just keeping
They push him in the water, drown him, and then he actually dies.
I
And now the
know.
album's actually posthumous.
Finally. No, but then like he comes back to life. So that's like posthumous, but like he's a zombie. That's crazy. Oh my god, Enzo, you're like, I have a big penis.
This is like my favorite shot in the entire album movie. I love the nature in this shot.
This looks fucking cool. I like his outfit too. It looks like so weird. It's like he's, I don't know. Kind of feels like a little bit of symbolism. And it is slightly reminiscent of the album cover, just slightly.
Alright, that's Don't Mind Me. Next up is Picking Up Hands.
Okay, Don't Mind Me. That one I liked as well. I'd say like it gets a 9 out of 10 for me. I really like the strings like near the end. Like it just made me feel like nostalgic, and I don't even know of what or why, but it just, I don't know. It had like that kind of feeling, and I really like the visuals, even though it was just like him like, I don't know, trying to like drown himself or something. I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, gets another 9 out of 10. I'm liking this so far.
Damn, bro, 3 for 3. My sister's telling me to go to her room, but you can. I've listened to this album.
Yeah, I'll continue.
Right.
I love you, Enzo. Bye. All right. Next song is Picking Up Hands. So.
I thought the song was Picking Up Hands.
It's Picking Up Hands.
Oops, I dropped my pants. Gotta pick them back up.
I'm back.
This one is already
Welcome
good.
home.
It's not even him, it's just like the move. Like Kid Cudi reference, you know? Very cool.
So many goddamn Kid Cudi references. I'm the man on the bitch.
Go to the beach like Lilo
Oh
and
my god,
Stitch.
Quad Dog. Hi, Quad Dog.
Quad dog.
Quad Dog, say something If you're
Same
being tortured,
carpet
say
I
so.
crawled in, same bucket I was washed in. I gave all the time to it. I was trying to figure out the faucets. Tall marks on the wall charts, it's the wrong parts getting longer. I was staying so far away, I don't wanna go another day. Same basket carrying me. I
fuck.
need you there with me. I need
Damn
you
it.
just now.
Fuck.
Go,
I
doggy.
look up and down, didn't want to make a sound. I was so far away, I don't want to go
Watch people
another
think I'm trying to
day.
get the drip though.
Trace back to ground, flip the place, sat around. Tried to call, but the dog runs away from the count. I was staring at the ceiling, I was fucking terrified. I was trying to get these feelings out of sight, I'm paralyzed. Same old tree, seen a dog peeking through the blinds. I can do it how I used to climb.
This shot is this one and the one where you just
Yeah.
are unlocking on the house.
I gave all the time to it. I was trying to figure out the faucets. Tall marks on the wall charts. It's the wrong parts getting longer. I was standing so far away. I don't wanna go another day. Same basket you carry me. I need you there with me. I need you.
Such a good dog.
I think Quad Dog is like the best. He's like the main.
Carried the entire home.
So true. If it weren't for Quad Dog, we would not have had this one.
It's the room, it's the wall, it's the poster and all, and the lamps that are singing in school. It's the shadowy way of the footsteps I take, made them walk through the dust and the floor. And I saw another
Quad Dog. I love it, Quad Dog. I'm gonna steal Quad Dog and you better watch out, Quad Dog.
Play the Fortnite.
Alright, that was Picking Up Hands.
Okay, Picking Up Hands, I'd have to say, for me, like, the beginning was cool, but I'd say probably that was the weakest track I've heard so far.
I'm gonna agree.
Yeah.
I
It was
just this album, and I've come to the realization that if I had to take one song off this album, it'd be that one. Because
I just don't
if-
think, I don't know, it doesn't really fit.
if I had to.
Yeah.
I don't agree that it doesn't fit. It definitely does fit, but I
don't feel like it was necessary. I feel like, I don't know. For me, I feel like without it, it wouldn't have really changed anything. It's not a bad track, though. I'd have to give it probably like a 6 or 7. But I really do like
Yeah.
near the end, like that sort of like synth kind of like, I don't know, deep effect. I don't know. That was cool, but I don't know. It's definitely been the weakest track. So I'd give that. I give it a 7. I'll give it a 7.
Okay. Yeah.
But next is
Born Yesterday.
Born Yesterday. Yeah. I've kind of heard this one. Oh my God, Quadeca, you have the tape player, cassette tape player. Oh my God. Guys, go buy his cassette right now. Just kidding, it's sold out.
By the sippy tongue.
I was born
Wait for the
yesterday.
vinyl, it will never come.
was a boy yesterday.
Also, I'm gonna add that the last song for that part of it, that was my favorite outfit.
Yeah.
This one's good too, but the last one.
Now I'm here. I've been in so many tears, I try my best not to count it. I've been in so many hearts, I've been in so many prayers, I've been in so many couches. I've been in so many lives, I live so many lives, I live in so many houses. I've been subject to change, I keep circling days, I keep thinking about it. I've been trying to unsee how you moved on from me, cause it feels like without me. I've been riffing on but it's still sort of around me.
I think you're goddamn lying.
I wasn't born yesterday. I think you're goddamn lying. I wasn't born yesterday.
Yeah. This song is about him watching his mother move on from his death. Yeah, that's it.
I just got
He is done.
Those little things I should have said out loud. All those little things that weigh heavy on clouds. I just
Fuck.
I wish I let that hit become me. Just a little doubt. Can figure out how to outrun me. I'll be free if I just save the day. Yeah, with you right now. And that day flash should stay delayed. Cause the only thing I want is out. And it's all those little things I should have said out
I think you're goddamn lying.
Oh, he did some with I think you should be in the toilet.
Alright, that was Born Yesterday.
Okay, so that one, I think, as of now, like, I think that was probably the strongest song on the album so far.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I want to say, I still think the second one is my favorite, but this one is the strongest, and it was the only one so far that's giving me goosebumps. So it gave me goosebumps like 3 times. So,
Hmm.
um, I don't know. I just love that song overall. I give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's the when I brought up like the meaning of this song, it's like when I first listened to it, I thought it was about a breakup. Because when you look at the lyrics, it definitely could feel like it was about a breakup.
Yeah.
But it's the lyrics are about like Quadeca watching his mother from the afterlife, and he's like slowly watching her move on from his death. And yeah, that's
Knowing
like
that, yeah, that's
perspective.
dark as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this whole entire album, it's from the perspective of a ghost.
Yeah.
So as the album progresses, Quadeca just, I don't know, he just lists his regrets, and he learns how to cope with it, and then he just accepts his fate at the end. You know, it's just
Yeah.
that he's no longer alive. Yeah, so yeah, that's definitely Born Yesterday is definitely one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, no, that was, and you could just feel the emotion. It was like very raw emotion. One thing I want to say too, and it's kind of I kind of really like when artists do this, is like they like when you could hear how he was almost like breaking down, like crying, in that one part of the
Mhm.
song. I love when
Yeah.
artists do that. It just feels like even more raw. So that was amazing. But yeah, this song 10 out of
Alejandro
10.
likes it raw.
All right, yeah.
Hell yeah, I do.
All right, next song is "The Memories We Lost in Translation." This is sort of an interlude kind of track in a way. It's not listed as one, but it's kind of like a track that carries the first and second half.
Yeah, like transition.
Yeah. I do have to say though, the instrumentation in this track specifically is amazing. Kid to Wacko.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, that sounds like creepy as hell.
Alright, that was The Memories We Lost in Translation.
Okay, that one was good. Yeah, like Enzo said, very good. It's like it seems like an interlude, and very good job at transitioning onto like kind of another part of the album. And I think that it was a perfect placement to be right after Born Yesterday, with how strong that track was, to kind of have like a sort of interlude after that. I feel like was the perfect choice. So it's an interlude. I'm not really gonna rate it, but it was still good. It was enjoyable.
Well, I mean, it's not listed as an interlude, but I mean, you could just rank it based off like how it plays or how it fits
into the
or
album.
into the album, and
Yeah.
I mean, just its instrumentation, or like just like its purpose.
For the purpose, I'd say like pretty like perfect. I mean, it was perfectly placed into the album. I don't think it would fit anywhere else, but like right after Born Yesterday, like I feel like he did a good job putting it there.
Mhm.
So I would say yeah, placement was good, or placement, whatever. So I'd say really good. 8 out of 10. Good shit for an interlude. Well, interlude, quote unquote, but you know what I mean.
If you back up we're going into house settling, but if you back up 5 seconds, then you at the start of house settling, you'll hear the floor creaking.
Yeah, I was hearing that, like someone walking on like.
And I wanna preface this before we listen to house settling that house settling is about Quadeca committing suicide by filling his house with carbon monoxide, and
Okay.
Danny Brown is rapping from the perspective of the carbon monoxide particles. So, yeah.
All right, very dark preface. Thank you for that. Enzo, history, background, gay sex with men and love them.
You can after this you can search up like all the meanings and
I probably
the lore behind the album, but
because like, it has me curious knowing.
It's good to walk in with some knowledge of what's happening,
like a basic understanding.
First things first, can we get shit straight? I've been alone since you left me in your wake. I've been alone to reflect on my mistakes. I've been alone since when you offered me your forgiveness. I was begging
come on.
and tried to yell at you from a distance. Could you tell when you let me see? Put my feet on the floor, always every boy heard it creep, turn it weak, turn it deep, some more. It was spreading, said it's how settling, nothing happened.
I like to think of it as Quadeca throwing hi-hats at the microphone.
It's pretty unprofessional.
Never heard that before, really.
You can't even throw a hi-hat, so it's funny.
Still unprofessional. Get the place from it, not throw it. Literally just agent.
It's like an average day in Florida.
You've been busy, keep yourself busy, let me try. I feel guilty, I can't say why. Just seek to see, oh, breaks my heart, but I give it a try. What else was I
Like it's like powder.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, that was House Settling. All right, yeah, pause it.
House Settling. I mean, damn, just knowing that background. Plus, I really did like Danny's verse. That shit was like, like you couldn't really understand what he was saying. You could, but like his voice just sounded so like off. I don't know. It added to like that creepiness, like even knowing the backstory, and everything that they had with the song.
Yeah.
But I give that one a 9 for me. It was pretty strong, and I think it kind of carries what Born Yesterday, that kind of like energy. I don't know, and I really like those like shouting vocals that sounded almost like overbearing.
Kind of like war-esque, triumphant, like shouting, but like to like kick off something. I think in terms of picking and like a vocalist for like this type of like premise for a song, I think that Quadeca did really well picking someone like Danny Brown for it, because Danny Brown already has a very unique, like he already has unique vocal inflection. So like when you take someone like Danny Brown and you put him in a song like this, that like kind of like creepy, kind of boyish, like sound that he has, it works very well with the idea of this song. So it takes this idea and it makes it much more creepier.
Yeah.
So I think that picking Danny Brown was a very great move on Quadeca's part.
I mean, I honestly don't even know who else could really fit that role. I mean, I think Danny just did it incredibly, and I think that going back to what I was talking about, like that shouting, for me, it almost feels like a declaration, like him saying, like, I am going to kill myself, like I'm not stopping, like he's already decided. Wow. You know?
Wow.
Like,
I didn't look at it that way.
That's how I saw it. Like as soon as I heard it, I was like, it's almost like he's just, there's no going back. Like he's not, you know how people will sometimes, you hear like you think about doing that, and you always have that like that doubt, like you don't want to go through with it. It's almost like he doesn't have any of that. Like he is so set on doing it that there's no going back. And it makes it like even more like disturbing. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even see it that way. You just added way more insight to this song for me.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just.
I didn't even like think of that. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's
wow.
The best thing I would have to say about this song was that.
Even in a second like movie reaction, I'm still learning more about this album.
Right.
Because I've already heard this tons of times. Like I know these songs front to back. It's just like you don't realize how like complex these songs truly are.
Oh yeah, no, I can tell the effort he went to make this. Like it's not even just with the music and the sound. It's like the actual story of the album.
Like just like storyboarding or like mapping out an entire record like this and making it consistent enough that it's easy to follow and understand
yeah.
He's got to give it to Quadeca. He's come so far in the past year, and
he's come so far, and he's so talented. I can very much tell he's talented.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was House Settling. That was a 9 out of 10, like you said.
9 out of 10. Just
next up is Knots.
Here we go. This is
this
was like my favorite when I first heard the couple songs off of this album. We'll see.
Back up 5 seconds.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
All right, next up is Knots, y'all.
I love this song so much. I can't get it out of my head, dude.
It sounds like I feel like it sounds so different from every other song. It's like its own like little space. It goes so hard.
If you pay attention to the lyrics, I'll tell you what the song's about after. Nuts.
Don't ask questions, don't want the answer, oh my gosh. As for the news, as I became the nuisance from that night. Walk down the aisle, holding back a smile, held in the years. Like rash in the ocean waves, and I try to hold back my tears. You told a story, you got to my name, and it made you flinch. I became a stutter, I became a nod, I became a glitch. I tripping over words, tripping over shorts, tripping over nigga, tripping over work, tripping over running out of world, clean out the knots. Knots. Don't think about it too much. Knots.
And Chico?
I walk around with knots on my neck, and my chest, and my neck, and my chest. I love this part, dude.
It's distorted, like, but it feels clean at the same time.
Yeah. Stare the carpet by itself. I had a fast end I don't think it's like I put it together.
I like this, like, almost like a chain.
Yeah. I love the nature shot in Don't Mind Me, but this shot is so cool, like... Yeah, I fucking love it, dude. Like, that skeleton in the background is so cool.
It's almost like he has, like, people watching. Like he has, like, a spotlight on him.
Yeah.
It's like he's trying to break it.
Took out that dome too soon. It was like waiting in the red room. We go in and stand in front of the projector. I watch it all again.
Alright, that was nuts.
Okay, so Knots, I would still say it's my favorite. I gotta admit, even hearing, like, you know, that second song or whatever, and hearing all the other songs, yeah, Knots is still my favorite. I don't know, it was just fucking creepy. Like, it was just a creepy, like, unsettling song. But
I can tell you what it was about, because I was gonna explain it.
yeah, you can.
So pretty much, knots is like, so like I walk around with knots in my neck and my chest. So this is the part of like the album where Quadeca is like dead. Like it's confirmed that he's dead, and everyone finds out that he's dead. So people are talking about him, but because he's died, his name has become a sensitive topic. So there's one line in the song is, "You told the story and you got to my name and it made you flinch." So they're talking about like maybe like his death on the news, but when they get to his name, they can't say it because it's like sensitive. It's a sensitive topic, and they're hurt by it.
Right.
So like I think that's pretty much like the idea of the song is that like Quadeca's dead, everyone knows that he's dead, so now his name is a sensitive topic and people can't talk about it.
So that, yeah, they can't even say his name. Yeah, that's
and
pretty deep.
And another line, the "I'm a open book in a closed casket," is I think it refers to like even though Quadeca is dead, he still has like a ton of music on his pages that he can display to people. He's literally an open display of like he's an open book, but he's dead.
Yeah.
So So even though he's dead, he still has like all this music to show people. So
Right.
that's what that line means.
Okay, that I like that. Yeah. Okay, with the backstory, yeah, that adds like more, obviously like more depth and to this song. Yeah,
Also,
I definitely say
yeah.
it's my favorite. 10 out of 10, but
Okay.
I like it.
Actually, you know what? I'll explain my theory behind this song after we're done with Fantasy World, because that's the next track.
Okay. All right. Well, next up is Fantasy World. Okay. Play.
This one's like incredibly raw, and chronologically speaking, this is the first track. That's what Quadeca said.
First track.
Try to sleep, wait a week. Amen. Counting sheep, crossing streets, everyone's dead ends. Amen. And boy, I could be so much more than I am.
This already feels like a self-reflection track.
It is. You got it right. It is.
I need to go. I heard there's a place for me,
Hold that thought.
one that nobody knows,
Such a
one
haunting.
that goes away with me. So I drove mountains away to a place that ain't real, to a place that ain't real. And I drove mountains away to a place that ain't real. That's where I wanna stay, that place over the hill, where you dream about crossing. It's not a cry for help, to rethink your options. It's your mom's bakery in Maine, it's that cabin in Sweden, it's the going offline. It's next year I'll go vegan. It's not a woe is me, it's a hold the door open. That's a fantasy world, that's the one that I've chosen.
I like that. It's like the drop that doesn't
You spoke too soon.
I know these new visuals are I feel like this, like these shots the most, like they feel like the album.
What?
I like that. I like this shot.
This shot holds like so much significance for me. I'll tell you why, but
It feels like a very important shot.
alright, pause. Okay. That was Fantasy World?
Fantasy World, I don't know, like the whole song just felt like it was like a cinematic experience. Like even if I wasn't listening to, like if I wasn't watching the video, the movie, then I still think it would be like cinematic.
Mm-hmm. It definitely is.
It's a very grandiose song. It might be my favorite. It might take Knotz's place. That one was
Wow.
very good.
I did not expect that. So I'm gonna explain why this shot. I'm gonna explain something else, but I guess first I'll explain why this shot holds like a lot of like I hold this shot dear. It's because throughout like this minute you can see like Quadeca breathing in and out very heavily,
Right.
and I think that since Quadeca clarified that this is the first song in the chronological order, and it's it's like he's breathing heavily because this song is about like pretty much Quadeca or like people in general like regretting their decisions in life and wishing they'd done things like different.
Right.
So since this is the first song in the chronological order, I think that this is like the breathing like in and out heavily. I think it like signifies that Kodak like he's accepted that he's dead, and that he's already in the afterlife, and he's just like he's sitting there and he's thinking about his decisions when he was alive, and he's wishing he'd done things different. He's wishing he'd made better decisions and all that like most people do when they're dying, you know. So it's like,
Right.
yeah. So that song is pretty much about that. And another thing I was going to bring up is my theory revolving this song and the most popular song off his last record, Sisyphus. So do you know who Sisyphus is, Alondra?
I've heard the name before.
Okay, so Sisyphus, I believe, I might be wrong, but it could be a god, but pretty much Sisyphus was a character in Greek mythology that cheated death twice and was punished by Hades to roll a boulder up a mountain for the rest of eternity.
Okay.
But every time he rolls the boulder up the mountain to the top, it falls back down, and he has to repeat the same process for pretty much the end of time. And so pretty much Quadeca, when he made that song, it's him rolling like From Me to You. The entire album is him rolling up the like the boulder up the mountain, and when the album ends and goes back to the first track, he's back where he started. So I have a theory that this song, or that Sisyphus, is connected to Fantasy World in a way, because in Fantasy World there's lyrics that he's like, that place over the hill, that's where I want to be. So I think that Fantasy World is kind of like him wanting to end like the curse of rolling up the mountain, or like rolling the boulder up the mountain, and wanting to reach this like ideal fantasy world in his head. That's like my theory, but I could be horrifically. I could be so wrong, but like that, I just like that this album makes me think. So
Yeah, no, I can see why. I mean, I haven't listened to From Me to You, but I think I have listened to Sisyphus.
sissy
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 Femboy.
fifth
Um,
sissy femboy.
so Sissy Femboy, yeah, I really, I that is a good theory. And
Yeah.
has Quadeca said like a lot about this album?
Well,
Like,
he said
lore-wise?
that he said that he wants people to like make their own theory, like theorize, and then like he'll say stuff like sooner or later.
Okay.
I don't know, like he's leaving it up to the listeners. I think he's already said some stuff about certain songs, but he said like for the beginning stages of when the album dropped, he wanted people to make their own theories and think about random shit like I just did. So
Right. So he's like, as time goes on, he'll probably put the pieces of the puzzle together. He just wants people to make the actual puzzle.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. This is my favorite song. 10 out of 10. I give it 10 out of 10. I mean, great. Listen, and with that, like, you know, backstory, and even, you know, your theory with like connecting it to From Me to You and to Sisyphus. That's very interesting. So, yeah, great fucking.
all right. Next up is Fractions of Infinity with the Sunday Service Choir.
Oh, dude, it's like Kanye. Oh my god, it's gonna be like a Kanye song. No way. I hope I get.
I think that in terms of choruses, this is my favorite on the entire album.
Okay.
Better than Born Yesterday, better than Tell Me a Joke, better than all of those songs. Like, this is my favorite chorus. It's just like so dreamy, and I don't know, it's very good.
Let's see.
When's the last time you let yourself think? I might be gone in time, I'll let myself blink. I wouldn't say I was surprised on the 82nd time. When's the last time your love was unrequited? I know I showed up to the party uninvited. It's getting hard for me to hide.
Yeah.
But nothing is gonna change
These like small like town houses.
until I change what nothing is in it.
Mm-hmm.
I hear a voice without a face. And every time I'm with you, the clock hands wave me out of place. Those words don't do you justice. Those words don't do you justice.
You think it's all in your head.
Those words don't do you justice. 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 Those words don't do you justice.
Alright, you can pause there, because it transitions into the next track, but that was Fractions of
Okay, that one I really liked. The one I was a little confused about is why. I mean, I guess he decided to have the Sunday service choir like at the end of the song, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really mind that. I just found it weird because usually it's around the middle half that they'll artists will have features, but I kind of liked that they were at the end.
Yeah.
I'd give that song an 8.
Mm.
I think it was very strong. I like the beginning of it. I like the shots as well. Like the different shots were really, I don't know, interesting. It was like an abandoned sort of like old sort of town. I don't know. And one thing that I'll say that I really like so far watching this is I really like Quadeca's like outfits. I think they really fit like the whole, as like theme of the album. Like he kind of almost seems like some sort of like ghost, like reaper, like I don't know. Because you never see his face. He has that mask, or he always has like a hood. You never fully see his face.
Yeah.
I like that. So yeah, I'd have to give this 8 out of 10. I really like the Sunday Service Choir. I mean, they didn't really have a verse or anything, but the vocals, I agree with that. I think I was gonna say they are vocally like it was my favorite track. I think the vocals popped off on this one, so I really like this one. This one was great.
Yeah.
So 8 out of 10, guys.
I guess just to summarize your thoughts, what makes this an 8 out of 10 and like not like a 9 out of 10? Like what's it lacking?
The only thing I would say was like, I think it was. I feel like that the Sunday service choir should have had a bigger like role. Like I think, what they did add to the song, but I feel like they should have had like more time on that song. I feel like them being at the end took away a little, and I feel like with that like inclusion, maybe even having them say like other things would have made the song like better. But I still think it was a solid song, and I think it was still solid with how he chose to use their vocal range and everything. But yeah, I just feel like they should have been used like more instead of just like pretty much at the end of the song.
That's fair. That makes sense.
So that'd pretty much be the only thing. But apart from that, really good song.
Alright, next and last song is Cassini's Division with former drummer of Swans, Thor Harris.
Alright.
Bro's name is Thor.
Like the guy?
The guy,
from God of War.
yeah.
The guy from Fortnite?
341. You came out of the room and you were crying in a way that nobody could hear. I stopped kicking and screaming when you turned the lights on. You woke me up. I felt naked, I felt exposed, I felt like for the first time I was intruding on something.
Hmm. Wow, that is crazy. It's crazy you say that.
Why? Is there something kind of...
It's related to space.
With the sound, I already kind
Wow, Jesus.
Got presence that I've tried so hard to ignore. There was a business, regardless of whether or not I was. You were showing me that I wasn't blinded by the light, but by everything else. So,
I'm gonna be honest too, like not just the sound makes it seem like I kind of already got like space sort of like vibes or like, you know, atmosphere at the beginning of the song with like him talking. It almost sounded like a con, like
Yeah.
communications with two actually like an action. So I never it just already made me feel like I was in space.
I've been trying to move past the crackles and dust scratches, but that's what I am, you know. An accidental side effect of a blank canvas. Think about that glowing dust that destroys the night sky's dream of just being nothing. Beautiful but born to be in the way.
Enzo, what did you say this song was called?
That's why we
Cassini's
want peace.
Division.
What we want is to stop thinking.
Cassini is someone, yeah, that's another thing. Cassini's someone related to that sort of like, I think he was someone that lived like hundreds of years ago. He was like some
That's why it's
observer.
also
Like, I think he had an important
maybe
role
that's the punchline.
mapping out the stars.
Deformed.
Yeah, he was an astronomer.
Yeah,
Only because I push away from it. It waves with the light that follows me like a curious bug. The static that floods every room stacks on top of itself until it blocks out the picture. Maybe that's the perfect void that's begging me to join in, begging me to let you go without letting go of you. So I can make that void just a little bit brighter when you see it. Until next time.
You can hear him running away and whimpering. I'm gonna explain that. Kanye.
literally, he's copying Donda.
That's a cool shot, though, honestly.
Oh, yeah, that was one of my favorites on this whole experience. This shot right here, like this feels like almost like falling, like you're just falling into like the void. Like at light
I will
speed.
fall.
I will fall in the Kid Cudi reference. 2 Kid Cudi references, like in actually 3, because he showed the moon again. So crazy. He must love Kid Cudi. Yeah, no way. This new Death Trap song goes hard.
How y'all feel about this new Yeet snippet?
Me watching the static on my TV. Nah, y'all hear like people bumping like Lil Baby and Lil Durk in their cars. I'm gonna be bumping this shit at, like falling static mode.
Y'all heard that new Quadeca?
It just plays this. Damn, this shit hard though. White. I didn't mean to hunt you. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hunt you. I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to haunt you. Thank you, Quadinky Dinky.
Quadinky Dinky.
That was a very good Quadinky experience. All right, guys. That was the end of Quadinky Dinky's album.
Well, I'm gonna explain the song. I already knew what it was about, but I'm gonna rely on Genius to help me say this because I might have trouble saying this, but like by myself, so I'll rely on Genius for now.
Okay.
But pretty much, so the song's called Cassini's Division, and the Cassini Division is a region between two of Saturn's rings. From Earth, it appears as a thin black gap in the rings. The rings represent a static that is in between, referencing the final moments of Quadeca's ghost character dissolving into nothing but static between the world of the living and the afterlife. And another thing they had to say was, after the spoken verse, we hear footsteps and distant whimpering from Quadeca. That was what I was pointing out earlier.
Right.
Like the running away and crying thing. This could be that the character's time in the afterlife is now running out and is not ready to accept his fate yet. Desperate to find a way out by running from being swallowed away, but ends up fading into the disintegrated and evaporating static, disposing the character's being and conscience all away. The static section that lasts for around 3 minutes and 26 seconds represents the absorption and transition into the static after being finally moved on from the mourning of his living peers.
Wow.
So yeah, Cassini's Division is pretty much just like, as terrifying as it is, Quadeca's like, he meets his fate and he disappears.
Yeah. Not even death, just like disappearing.
And the first time I heard like Cassini's Division, I was confused as to why Quadeca would throw 3 minutes of like static into the album.
Right.
But then when I looked further, like deeper into like the meaning, the concept of the record, the static, like it just makes me sad now. Like this album's rough. I just want to say, like, if you relate to this album or you feel like you're like not necessarily connecting, but yeah, like if you listen to this and you kind of relate to it, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're getting help. I really do.
I'm not.
I hope that you have people in your life that care for you and love you and appreciate you.
Everyone hates me. I agree though. Like seriously, if you guys are struggling with mental health, I'm trying to fix my boat right now. That's a bad thing. I mean, that's not very nice. So, I hope you guys are doing good. Anyway, so I have to say this album was a very enjoyable experience. Like I haven't listened to an album like this, and I don't even know ever. It's just its own thing. It's its own unique thing. It like pulls elements from so many different places. So I would have to give this probably like a. I'm gonna do it like the same way I was rating the songs, but I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Overall,
Yes,
the album.
sir.
9 out of 10. I think the only reason it's not a 10 for me is just because of that one song. I forgot the name of it. The one that I was like saying was my like least favorite.
Picking up hands.
Yeah, that one.
Here's the thing. I also want to go back to the topic of picking up hands. When I said that it's the weakest, I don't mean that it's a bad track. I really like that song.
Right.
But I'm comparing it in terms of like just like how it fits into the album and how how it plays to its own strengths. I think that the thing that holds Picking Up Hands the most, like what holds it back, is that sometimes it feels like it's a little it's holding itself back.
Yeah.
Like it's not fully letting like its potential out, and it's like it's constrained. You know, it's like
Yeah.
because I don't know. I felt that the vocals were like not exactly all too free.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's. I mean,
that's a complaint, but yeah, like I agree with your thing that it's not a bad track. It's not a bad song at all. Like it's still a really good song, but I agree with that. That's kind of the idea I got.
It's just like minor nitpicks, honestly.
Yeah.
At this point, like I'd still give it the same score as pretty much anything else, but like, if I had like if I was like stuck on an abandoned island, and I had one album to pick, but I had to take one song off, it'd be that one. But that's not me saying the song is bad. It's just I don't prefer it over everything else.
Right. And I agree. It's a good song. Like that's why I gave it like a 7 because I still thought it was a pretty good song. Like I don't think it was bad.
But like overall, comparing this as a concept album to For Me to You, it just destroys For Me to You in every single aspect because it's like this album is so perfectly executed to me as like a story of regret and death, and it just feels so visceral and raw and sad, and it just like it gets you thinking. Like
sometimes for me it feels like you kind of feel like the character, like the ghost character, like you feel the regret that he feels and whatever, and I just feel it adds to the experience of the album.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know. I feel like albums that make me question like my spatial perception of the universe are really good bodies of musical work.
Yeah.
Definitely. And it's like the albums that make me question my existence.
Yeah. I would say that. That's like a perfect way to say it. Albums that just have you like at the end just thinking like, wow. It's like when you like after you watch like a really fucking mind-blowing movie or just really good and you're just like you don't even have words for it. You're just there. Like you're just sitting there. It's kind of the same thing. Like at least for me, it's the same thing. You're just sitting there like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So that I don't know. This whole album was amazing. It felt more of an experience than an album, and of course, I'm sure that's what Quadeca wanted. And I do hope that Quadeca comes back to life, and maybe he'll start like a fast food restaurant. Maybe he'll call it Freddy's Pizza. And it's just gonna be amazing. But very good album. I definitely did not get this idea from anyone named Ethan. I promise you. That did a reaction on Gallon Games 2 that you guys should not definitely watch at all. Only watch mine. This one. This is not me. This is nothing. Do not listen to this. Do not watch Gallon Games 2 reaction to I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. Do not do it. Do not do it. Okay. So, thank you for watching.
Highlight tracks before you go.
Highlight tracks, and then I'll do my favorite. Well, I already said my favorite track, so you guys already know what it is.
What's your favorite track again?
Fuck,
Yeah, for
Fantasy
now,
World. It was Fantasy
yeah,
World.
yeah. It's I'd say my favorite track is still probably Fractions of Infinity. I don't know. That song is just so good to me.
I can see why that almost took its spot, like took Fantasy World's spot as my favorite. But for me, highlight tracks, Tell Me a Joke, Born Yesterday, House
These are
Settling, Knots, Fantasy World, Fractions of Infinity, Cassini's Division.
just listing every song.
Pretty much every song, yeah. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but like if you had to pick one for now, it's subject to change, but for now.
For one, I know this is gonna. I don't know if this is gonna be basic, but even though it's not my favorite, Born Yesterday.
That's honestly like completely fine. People would agree that song is really good. It really is.
For me, I feel like I wouldn't say it's the peak of the album, but story-wise, it kind of just like the whole album has this like wave, and then it's just like this fucking massive like arc, like all the way up to the fucking clouds. That's what that song feels like with just the whole environment, the energy, like everything about it. It just feels like so, like up, like elevated.
Yeah,
so I would say that's definitely like that moment in the album that you're just like, damn. Like it just leaves you kind of speechless listening to that song for the first time.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like shit's finally like it's happening, you know, and you just have to come to terms with it.
Yeah, it's and like the fucking backstory of the song too. I think that's it's not. I mean it's sad, but it's like it's also realistic because people are gonna move on. Like you can't, to heal you need to move on, but like it's also thinking about. Then let's say you also have like some sort of relative that passed away and like you're trying to move on from them. Then like this album, you listen to this shit and it's like, well, what if that is actually a scenario that, I mean, obviously, yes, it is a made up scenario. It's a story, but imagine that, like, imagine your relative watching you like move on. Like, imagine that, just putting like the perspective of Quadeca onto like someone else. Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah. Let me go, but don't let me go. You know?
Right.
Like
remember me, heal, but don't ever forget me.
Yeah. So that's the best way you can summarize Born Yesterday.
Yeah, and this whole album, like, just damn, this whole and only 11 tracks. That shit did not feel like almost an hour long. That's crazy. It felt like it was like 40 minutes or some shit, or like 30 minutes. It did not feel that long.
All right, we should do a section at the end of the every reaction where you say how high or low the replayability is. So for this album in specific, how high would you is your percentage of returning to it?
For me, I'd say an 80% chance of me returning to it. I would definitely return to specific tracks. The whole album, I would, but for specific tracks, I'd probably return to Tell Me a Joke, Born Yesterday, Knots, Fantasy World. Those are definitely all songs I would come back to and try to re-listen to get that maybe another perspective, another experience, maybe something that I missed either thematically or just maybe actually in the music, like things that I didn't hear the first time around that I hear again and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't hear that, and just keep kind of trying to build more an introspective thought about that certain song or certain songs.
And that's the one thing I appreciate the most about Quadeca's music is that you just never seem to get it complete on the first listen.
Right.
You always have to go back and examine it a different way.
It's like you paint a picture. It's like, for me, it's going to be a stupid comparison, but it's like when you finish the main story of a game and you still have everything else to do. You didn't 100% it. You have to come back and do other shit.
Yeah.
And you might even replay the parts of the main story and you might find shit that you didn't find before, like Easter eggs or whatever. So it's kind of like that. It's like building up shit and building up and building up and building up until you 100% and you fully understand. You get the big picture. You get everything. The whole puzzle is solved. And I feel like that's what his music and this album specifically is like.
Yeah.
But very good job, Quadeca. You're a very cool white boy. I would suck you off in the hallway with a desert eagle.
This album gets a smiley ball.
Shit, I actually have a smiley ball. Hold up.
No way, bro. No way you actually have a smiley ball.
I do.
No fucking way you have a smiley ball, dude.
You'll see it in the video. Literally, I have this video, Smiley Ball. I'm gonna use this. I'm sorry, Brad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use this shit.
Wait, do you? Yeah, I got it from Brett, but like, you should have like another thing to like signify if an album's bad.
If
If an album's
good.
yeah, if an album's good, then you give it the Smiley Ball.
Wait, I have an idea. So I have these keys that look like fucking like it looks like a skull. So maybe give it like a skull key. I don't know. That's all I got for now. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you figure it
I'll
out.
figure out something negative. Next reaction we're gonna do is gonna be like a bad album. Maybe the HJR album. Whatever.
Oh my god, I don't.
Oh, Enzo, I know.
Why?
So I at my old job, I got these like I don't know what it is. It's like not a gummy, but it's like it's like a poop. It's like a glittery poop. So maybe and I always called it the Asian poop, but I can like I'll call it maybe like the yellow turd. This album gets a yellow turd. So either a smiley ball or a yellow turd.
That's fantastic.
Okay, but yeah, you guys saw what you're gonna see in the video. Smiley ball. This video gets a smiley rubber ball out of 10. Very good album. I will be re-listening to a lot of these songs, and I will be masturbating to them as well. Thank you. I will also be masturbating to you because you're a very sexy British man. And I love your facial hair.
Okay.
Slap my dick.
All right. End the video. All right. Okay.
Bye, everyone. I love you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, and